Good morning, humanity. It is December 12th, 2022, and it is the favorite time of our week because it's Mondays with Bev and Paul. Hi, everybody. My name's Paul.
Oh, where's that split right
That's
there?
fine. No,
Oh,
isn't that funny?
oh, look.
No, we
can
are
go-
together.
I can go across
we
the
can,
line.
We can go over the chasm.
Ooh.
We've gone over the
We
Rubicon.
have. Oh, that's a good point.
Yes, yes. If you want to find out about the Rubicon, read the epilogue in our manual.
Absolutely.
Yes.
It's deep.
All right, folks, we are happy to be with you again on this rainy day in Tucson. We don't get much of that.
Boy,
We had it last week. Now we're having it today. Snow up in the mountains.
Oh.
It's a fine, fine day.
It's coming up on winter, isn't it?
So we're going to talk about why we teach, and we're going to sort of talk about first the class that we had. There it is.
There it is.
It was a fun virtual training.
It was.
So we have Sarah up there on the left, and she's actually local. She took the class, I think, what was it, 2008?
She said like 15 years
Yeah,
ago
2008 or something like that.
Yeah.
And then we have our Eileen, our Dove Mountain, BioTouch in Dove Mountain. And in the far right is Lisa from Bozeman, Montana.
Whoa, and cold.
As you can tell, she was cold.
Yeah.
And who those two characters are in the bottom, you
Oh,
already
wow.
know us. But there's also who's not in here because she got a splitting headache through it.
Right.
Was Wendy, and she's from, I guess it's called Waco, Nebraska, though.
Waco, Nebraska.
Yeah. So we had, I mean, it just inspires us when you get people from all over the country.
Yeah.
And there was actually a woman who was going to wait till January. She was from Australia.
Right.
So it's why do we do this?
Not just national. It's getting to be global. And why do we want to do that?
Yeah.
Wow.
I mean, we spend a day out of our life to do this, and none of us are getting paid in this foundation to do it. Eileen is actually going to start doing live trainings, not live, in-person trainings here in Tucson, for those of you out there in Tucson. Her first one will be in February here at the center. But every other month we'll continue doing the virtual, so we're encouraging you to learn it. What are we finding out? Why do we want to keep teaching people to do this at home?
Well, from my perspective, the reason that because what else is there to do here? You know what I'm saying? It's like, you recognize something that is so important and so worthwhile, and you step in and you begin to be a part of the responsibility of holding that. We talk about in those classes the integrity of this teaching that has been held for 30-something years, that the classes have not changed at all. And why we do that? Why this foundation, its whole purpose is, to give this gift of BioTouch, to teach humanity and everyone, just globally, how to learn and practice this in their lives, with everyone in their life. That is a huge undertaking. It's a great responsibility. And, as you tell in your story, you're the schmuck that stepped up and go, well, I guess I'm going to have to be the one to get it out there. Well, somebody had to do it, Paul. Yeah, and here you were at the right place at the right time.
Yeah.
But even in you saying that, you recognized how important BioTouch was and will be for everyone.
Yeah, it always has been. And I was just reminded of that yesterday. So I'm buying some coffee from this local roaster in town, and he lives just around the corner from me. And so he delivers it to me. We meet at a secret space, right?
Yeah, right.
Handing off the drugs,
Ooh.
right? And next thing you know is he says, wow, I'm pretty impressed by what you do. And I'm like, huh? He says, yeah, I went to the website of your email address. So it's office@justtouch.com.
Right.
So he went to the justtouch.com, see what it was. And he was very intrigued by what he learned. And so next thing you know is he's telling me about his 78-year-old mother who can't get around, has a lot of pain, He's worried about her, and he's worried about the father who's trying to take care of him.
Right.
And immediately I was able to say, well, you can just download the manual, become a member for $18 and get the whole training. And then I'm happy to get with you. I mean, I can get with him personally, but it'd be easy on a virtual training just to show him 2 or 3 things to do. You could see in his face a sense of relaxation and hope.
I know.
And he just like, oh, okay, I'm gonna do. And he actually went on, became a member, so he's got the manual
Wow.
now. And it was so wonderful
Oh.
in a parking lot to be able to encourage someone. There is something they can do to help, especially for this generation that's taking care of the elder parents.
Yes.
And then, like he said, he's going to need it for his kids to learn to
Right.
work with him.
Right. I think in what you just said is part of the. It's not even magic, as we say. It's not anything but in the midst of everything that's falling down and going on and all of that, the simplicity of you just saying those things to another person. And that is what is needed right now. We all need to feel like there is hope here. That there is something that the big one, as we always talk about, is you gave him something that he could actually give to his mom.
Right.
He doesn't have to continue this conversation about, boy, I wish I could do something for her. I stand aside and watch her go through this. Oh, here's BioTouch. You can do this for your mom. You can give this to your mom. You can teach it to your kids. You can help your dad. What in the world? That is the most amazing gift
Right.
that's here.
It was a gift. And I was able to see that working with Jenny. She broke her pelvis.
I know.
And it's
Gosh.
only been 3 weeks now, and she wants to throw away the walker, but she promised the PT not to.
Be a good girl.
And most of the things you read is 6 to 8 weeks, and you're still trying to struggle along. And
Right.
it did BioTouch every day. What did it take? It didn't even take 3 to 5 minutes. I mean, 5 minutes would be way long. So in a few minutes was able to locally do some metabolism, work around where we knew the breaks were, work around the muscle pain and things like that.
Yeah, you know what? It's a little, and it's deeper than that too, because BioTouch says if you care about another person, like Jenny, you're doing this because you care and because there's this innate thing in you that wants to make her feel better. It's not just, speaking the words or, you shouldn't do this, you shouldn't do that. You're going and you're actually practicing BioTouch with her every day and really expressing how you feel about her and that relationship when you do BioTouch with her.
Right.
And that, to me, that is bringing people together. It's not, okay, stand by, while I do this or that. This is an actual, and this is why we say, well, BioTouch is maybe a little bit different in the fact that in the most effective way to do BioTouch is one person.
Right.
Touching another person. And I've said this to you before, it's almost like the universe is saying, oh, I'm sorry, children. Now you're going to have to really step into relationships. You're not separated from each other,
Right. And it goes back also to that thing of, in a situation like that, even that young man where you feel helpless. What I told him was, one thing that will happen for sure is you will feel hope. You will feel relaxed.
Yeah.
You will feel like you're participating in your mother's pain, suffering, and healing.
Right.
So it's not like, oh, mom's out there and I'm over here. What do I do? Or,
Yeah. Yep.
And so we just want you to learn how to do this.
Yeah.
Bring it. It just takes the stress level down of everyone. And another thing we're learning, and this came from Dr. Stevenson. So the big talk now is the hospitals are overflooded with people. So we got 3 kinds of viruses floating around, and children are going in. And Kenna, what was it, 6 months ago, told me what she was noticing was a high incidence of more cancers, tumors, and now viruses, because what she's finding is people's interleukin 12 levels, which is an immune system response in our body, and is going down, and our cortisol levels, our stress hormone levels, are all whacked out.
Whacked out.
And she said what she's seen with that is because of the 2 years past where people were homebound, they were afraid, they didn't know what to do, it brought all those things down. And so now we haven't come back from that yet, and so people are open to these sicknesses almost even more than they were before.
Oh my gosh, yes, I think that's a good point, because we've all gone through those 2 years where stress on many levels, not just physical, but the emotional and the mental, and being separated and being, incarcerated and quarantined and all of that, it takes its toll on what we know holds all that. It's the body. And so all those parts get affected, but we're already compromised, as Kenna is saying, from that experience. And now here we are, trying to move around and getting out a little bit, and we are taking with us all of that compromised immune system response that.
So what did we find out? So I put a link there on the Facebook post and the YouTube post. Go to justtouch.com/research, and you can get the research that Kenna did, that Dr. Schwartz did, that Carol McKenzie did in northwestern Oklahoma, and you can see Kenna's stress chart, because what she found, BioTouch raised interleukin 12 levels and balanced cortisol. Well,
as crazy as that sounds, because we always say, well, at this point, science has not developed anything that can change the interleukin 12 levels in a body. There's no shot, there's no pill, there's no IV.
Right.
So what happened in that study that she did with those women, when the interleukin 12 raised in every single one of them, that one just like, what?
Yeah.
That's the power of BioTouch, maybe?
And it's so simple, really. Just take the index and middle finger of your dominant hand.
Right.
Do it right now. Take the index and middle finger of your dominant
hand.
Feel that breastbone on your chest, comes down, goes down, and then it gets soft in that tummy. Okay? On the skin, you touch just below that breastbone for 6 to 8 seconds, lightly like a butterfly.
Yeah.
With that dominant hand. Take the same dominant hand. All you have to do is reach behind someone, follow that middle of the neck, and a big bone pops out, especially if they lean their head forward.
Right.
Go to the left of that about 1 inch to 1.5 inches. That's 0.2 of the greeting. That starts a healing
process. Because we know now, well, we've started saying it because we really do know that greeting, if you do nothing else but the greeting, you've already introduced the body to something.
Right.
Something, because it's the key that begins that relationship.
And if you need that, you couldn't remember what we just taught you, go to justtouch.com. On the front page, there's a thing over on the right, a little block. It says, get a free preview of the first 10 pages of the manual. You will get that greeting. You'll get a diagram. You'll get the words on where to find it, and a link to the video showing somebody doing it. We can't make it any easier, folks. This is how we teach.
Yeah, and why do we teach? We teach because we really want everyone, we want a quality of life. And that BioTouch can do that. A BioTouch can bring a quality of life that entails, over time, we say bodies get better, but all those other parts that the body holds for us, that journey of self-awareness begins to unfold as well, and then we start making different choices We're capable of taking responsibility. That why we teach is so that we can pass it on and that you can pass it on.
Right. And that's the key. A chain that shall go on indefinitely. It's part of our mission statement and our vision statement. And so please join us in that. You know, it's easy if you just want the 10 pages. If you want to help support the organization for $18, you'll get the entire training manual, and you'll have a link to all the workbooks that we have for all the different workshops that we do on particular health conditions. Remember, you don't have to learn the whole technique.
Right.
You do 2 or 3 sets for any particular condition. Or contact us, it's right up there, office@justtouch.com with any questions. We can work with you personally on any particular problems you have. I don't know. It's just simple to do. And then it's simple to do, what do we say? Easy to learn, simple to practice, with profound results. Once you do the greeting, once you do a couple of sets, then you've got it and you pass it on. You don't need us anymore. You know, the whole goal of the organization is put ourselves out of business because you're all touching.
Boy, there's a concept. What? You'd close your doors? Absolutely. That's our goal. Close our doors, because that means that humanity has got this gift.
Right.
That's our job.
So, again, let us know how we can help you. We're here. We're here every Monday. Our next workshop is in January, and it's actually going to be on lymphatic health.
Oh.
And we'll have the picture of the, Eileen found someone to talk about that. That'll be really interesting.
That's going to be good. That's a very important.
We'll learn a lot. I'll tell you, those workshops, if you haven't been to one, go online, look at some of the past ones, because there's a lot of information with these professionals.
Oh my God, I learned so much every single month from these amazing presenters. Gosh, thank you.
Thank you all. And the last one we just did was last Thursday. That was on menstrual cramps. Paula did a great job on that. Check it out on our website. There's a little thing that says health conditions. Pull up menstrual cramps and you can hear it. Get on our email list and we'll just send you all the different information as it comes up.
Yeah.
You know, we can't make it any easier. Please help it make it easy for everybody. Learn BioTouch.
Learn BioTouch.
Thank you, Bev.
Thanks, Paul.
We won't see you personally until after the holidays.
Right.
But we will. We have Amy next week on with us finally.
Finally,
talking
Amy.
about loving our children. So.
Yeah.
So again, till next week, we'll see you all. Thank you much.
Have a great week.
If pain has got you down and you live in town, take a trip down to Pima Street. The people down there are people who care. They will get you back on your feet. Put love into action. Put love into action. If you ever want to have a real satisfaction, choose love while you still can. Don't even try to understand. A healing grace in your own hands. Put love into action.